We're back for another recap of Star Wars, The Clone Wars, this time Episode 3. A very short episode. Jeff D Lowe, Robbie Fox, KenJac, here to break it down, talk about some Easter eggs, what to expect next with The Clone Wars. 3 episodes into a 12-story arc, 18-minute episode, very short. A little good, but definitely disappointing because I feel like we could have had more. It felt a little rushed in spots.
I felt like that part was just cut out from the last episode. Like that was
it sort of did.
One. Yeah.
And especially with, I understand the Clone Wars is a different kind of show. It's an animated show. For the last season, when you're promoting it as this is the final season, the final, few episodes of the Clone Wars, it sucks to get 18 minutes of this and just kind of feel like,
Yeah, and like I don't mind if their episodes are like this in terms of
felt like a filler episode.
Yeah, I don't. But that's my thing with the Mandalorian. The Mandalorian, I didn't care that like a lot of the episodes had the same feel. They were in different settings. They had different characters. Like it felt fresh. This, we're still on the same spot.
Skako Minor.
Yeah, Skako Minor. It's time to move on. Now, also, they are finishing the 4-episode arc of the Bad Batch.
Yep.
That was made years ago, and we'll talk about that at the end. So we're just trying to finish that up. Then they're going to move into the Ahsoka and Darth Maul stuff, which is a shit that I think everyone's very pumped for.
Definitely.
For sure.
Still a good episode, but definitely I think out of the first 3, probably the most disappointing in terms of like, like shit, that's
There's
over
nothing
already?
bad. There's nothing about this episode.
Yeah.
I looked at it and was like, oh, that sucked. That wasn't
Yeah.
good. It was just, when it ended, I felt nothing.
Yep.
I was just confused. I was like, is this really the end of the episode? I feel like, did I miss something?
18 minutes long. It's like, you
I
couldn't
think shortest Clone Wars episode ever.
Yeah, had
All the
to
old
be.
ones had to be 21.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to air that on TV. It would have been just George Lucas staring at the screen for a blank 3 minutes. Talk about the episode, breakdown. Survival is one step on the path to living. That was like the moral of the episode. Obviously, they just found Echo. In the previous episode, he was all attached, hooked up like Neo in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Now they're trying to save him. They're trying to get off Skako Minor. That's kind of the big, I guess, again, moral of the episode. Saving Echo.
I did not realize that Echo had a mechanical hand in the last episode.
Yeah,
and I
he's
also
got a
didn't
hand,
realize, I
some
think his
legs.
legs are robotic
Yeah,
too,
they
right?
are.
I didn't notice that at all in the last episode.
It's like test equipment for when they have Vader.
Yeah, exactly.
Almost, yeah.
Oh, shit. Didn't even think about that.
Yeah, not exactly, because he had a lot more shitty things.
He had the
and-
little prongs and shit in his head, the Matrix stuff.
Yeah. Again, they're still battling it out on Skako Minor. They're in the clouds, trying to escape. I will say, very up-tempo episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very quick.
And that's, I think, a big reason why it does work, because it's fast-paced. There's a shitload of action. It looks amazing. There's one scene later on in the episode where they're standing up on that pole that connects the I guess, like the ships in the sky. Incredible-looking
Really
shot
cool.
for an animated series. Stuff that you would have never seen years ago when this series
I
first
bring
came
it up
out.
all the time, but Anakin's hair blowing in the wind. Every
Looks
time I'm
great.
like, his hair's blowing in the wind.
Never used to do that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Wat Tambor of the Techno Union. He's
Our
trying to close in on them. Him and his cohorts sliding on in.
And these new droids, which now they fly now. They fly now.
They fly now, yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to the droids that fly, but they do fly now. So Wat Tambor is like, look, I'm basically gonna kill you guys. Like, I don't give a shit about any of you. I want Echo back. That is my tech. That's my tech.
Yeah.
You got my tech. You got my prized
Experiment.
possession.
His years worth of research.
Kept calling it an experiment. I feel like it's a pretty proven tool at this point.
Yeah, I think you've experimented and it's successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
Very
just your
successful.
tool.
It was nice, a villain dig to constantly refer to Echo as it.
Yeah, exactly. Dehumanize him.
Yeah.
So Wat Tambor, he has a new droid. It's an organic decimator droid. It's this ball droid that looks like the classic Dr. Ball droid.
Yeah.
And he is going to bring it through this hole that's cut open into where the Bad Batch and Rex and Anakin and Echo are. And it's basically going to try to evaporate them. That's just what it's a disintegration tool, basically. Pretty cool device. We've never seen it before in Star Wars. And then Echo lets them know as they're leaving. He says, like, look, I still have Techno Union and I have Techno Union and separatist stuff in my head. He's saying that as they're leaving, and the way they escape, Wrecker throws them up into like the ventilation
Tosses them
shaft
all,
there,
yeah.
just tosses them all the way up. And then Anakin does use a force jump.
Pretty
Two
cool.
cool force jump moments. We'll get to the second force jump moment later.
Yeah. The first one's like just setting you up for the second one.
Classic force jump.
We're missing a force sprint from Phantom Menace. I haven't seen the force sprint in a while. Give us one of those.
They used it once, really never used it again.
Never
again.
One of the greatest things the Jedi have.
The most inexplicable tool at their arsenal that they never used ever.
Like, I
again.
give Harry Potter shit all the time. Like, they use spells, they use great spells, and they never use them again. Jedi lightning quick speed.
Yep.
Use it once, and then that's really it.
1 second,
Usually
40-yard
they're
dash.
just
and
running.
I mean, Obi-Wan,
speed as everyone
in the
else.
same movie, couldn't get to Qui-Gon in
time,
Darth Maul.
yeah.
Use the
use
quick,
that dash.
You use the quick thing early in the movie.
And you could use it in the video games too, and it was such a
Yeah.
big tool.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
Use the force sprint.
Again, so you see those beautiful shots in the clouds. They're going on up. Echo's telling them all. Echo's starting to feel better.
Yeah.
So he makes a bit of a joke.
Yep.
When you come out of that carbon freezing or freezing, you make a joke. And
You have to.
Han made a joke. That's what you do. So he's telling them that as they're going up on this pole, they're trying to get to a way to escape, and they go on this big pole that's
Tight
connecting
roping, yeah.
these towers. Like that guy that just walked over the volcano.
That guy
Melinda.
was such a fraud.
Yeah, these guys didn't have any harnesses.
Yeah,
though.
no harnesses.
Yeah,
no
no
poles
harnesses.
either.
Nope.
No.
They're cornered by the droids. Again, it looked awesome. And then Tech realizes that he can summon those avatar birds.
And this is so Avatar, even the way they jump on him.
Yeah, that the Poltex, the natives, the primitive species that live on Skako Minor, he recorded their sound. He plays the sound, and they come up, and like Avatar. It really looked
They
like
just
Avatar.
jump onto the back, just like Avatar.
They jump on the back. Echo motor skills are pretty good for a guy that just was frozen for a while. But okay.
Yeah.
Did you guys also like half naked? It's weird.
Yeah, no. Did you guys notice that the sound that they use to call up the creatures is the
Part
same?
of my Easter eggs.
Oh, it's
part of my
the
Easter
same
egg.
thing.
We'll bring it up.
Easter, right?
We'll bring it up. There's an Easter egg with that noise.
Oh,
I don't know what it is.
I'll give you time to try to make. He got it right away. I got it.
Yeah.
You'll know it when we say it. You'll know it.
All right.
You'll be surprised.
All right.
It's weird, actually, that they
Are
did.
those creatures from that
see.
planet? Oh, we'll find out.
We'll figure it out. Okay, so they jump on these big beasts, and they're flying away, and this is the they fly now moment, though no one says it. The D-Wing air support droids, they're called air support droids for a reason. They do fly.
Yeah.
And they look a lot cooler when they fly, I tell you that.
Got
They
that
do.
rainbow wing thing on it. It was kind of sick.
Yeah. So they make their way. They do with the beast down to the primitive species, the Poltex, and now Wat Tambor knows he has to go after them because this is kind of his last chance. Because they're going to get away, he's going to lose his prized possession here. And this is one of those things that always happens, by the way, because in Clone Wars at least, we go down to the base camp, the village.
Yep, the
Call it the
village.
village.
Yeah.
He tells the Poltex, like, hey, they're coming. They're like, what the fuck? You said you weren't going to bring the war. Like, well, no matter what, we got to fight them. Look at this guy, Echo. Look what
Yeah,
they did
they
this
show
guy.
him Echo. They're like, our friend.
Our
Come
friend's
on.
got these tubes in him.
Very common theme in Clone
He's got a
Wars.
door handle on his face.
Look at
Look
our
at this.
friend.
Yeah, but you always see this thing that gets set up.
The villagers don't want to fight, and then they have to fight.
Locals versus bad guys. That's
Yeah.
a very common Clone Wars
We saw it in
thing.
Mandalorian. Dave Filoni
Yep.
loves
Yeah.
this storyline.
Dave Filoni
Yep.
loves locals versus bad guys. So you have the Poltex, the clones, and Anakin going up against the droids. They don't just bring the D-Wing air support droids. They bring the Octopara Magna Tri droids,
Which is
which
so
are
sick.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
huge. Those are the big, and I knew they were big. We talked about them last episode. Those are massive droids.
Yeah.
I love
how the
those
droids
droids.
lost this war. It's crazy.
It's
They have so much tech.
Crazy that they lost the war.
so much tech, but they should have focused more on making the tech reliable.
Yeah, for sure.
True.
Jedi proof.
They
probably.
went quantity over quality.
Yeah.
Big time. I love the Clone Wars era sounds of the droid guns too.
Great.
Seen that,
stuff.
seen that the twist turn, like fucking firing out of the cannon. It's just like, yes, this
Yeah.
reminds me of the old days.
It's got great prequel vibes.
Do you remember the one that fires the one at Ki-Adi-Mundi in like the flashback of when he dies? Do you remember it does like the
Oh,
same
yeah,
thing
yeah,
on that
yeah.
snow planet? Yeah.
Anakin, he helps take them out. He jumps on top of one of them, slice the classic Jedi, slice with the lightsaber.
Use this grappling hook as you fly
On the
down.
way
And then-
down, grab the leg,
Yep.
fucking slice that thing
takes
off.
off the cannons, and as he
Wrecker
does,
was holding up one that tried
Yeah.
to step
Right.
on him. He fucking caught the leg.
So
It was
as
awesome.
Anakin is slicing off all the guns, Wrecker saves Poltex, like a Poltex species,
The leader, yeah.
by holding the leg of one of them. That's how strong he is.
So awesome.
Starting to crack a little bit, and as he does that,
The
Anakin,
ground is cracking
Yeah.
under him.
Anakin saves the day because he force pushes off of the droid, and then
It's a fadeaway.
It's a fadeaway force push. He force jumps and then force pushes the droid away, and the droid knocks the other one over, and they win the battle.
The Bad Batch is so obsessed with that knife. They cannot stop
Bad
using it.
Batch
You guys
lost
have
the knife,
guns.
throwing it back and forth like Chef Donnie.
Throwing
and
it
his
over the
friends.
place, using
Yeah,
it specifically to kill all these droids. You have guns.
Yeah.
Use the guns.
Yeah, the Rambo Bad Batch guy is a little full of himself.
Yeah.
Too much.
I like the Rambo
Leave the
guy.
sword play to Anakin.
Too
all right?
much knife usage. So Anakin, the clones, the Poltex, they defeat the droids. A lot of the D-Wing air support droids fly away. Again, amazing force push from Anakin. One of the cooler force push or
He,
Jedi
he
moves
jumps
I've ever seen.
like the comedian gets thrown out the window.
Yes, in
Yes.
Watchmen.
And then
Yes,
it pushes him. Yeah.
Exactly what it looks like. It was the comedian Big Dead.
Big Dead. Yeah, Anakin's fine.
Anakin very okay.
Yeah. He'll die later.
Yeah, he does.
Not in this show.
He dies years later
Years,
in a movie called Return of the Jedi.
Or does he? Who knows?
True.
TAMBOR not pleased, not
he's
very
pissed.
happy.
His vibe is off.
However, he says two things. He says, one, the techno union's profit margin took a big blow.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just Dave Filoni writing things, or if it's like a nod to the ridiculous, like too much like in-depth politics and money in the prequels.
Yeah.
Because if it is, I love the nod.
Yeah.
But then he does say, I still think we can recoup our investments. So
Yeah.
there's something going on, a little shady, that he's not crazy mad. That brings us to the tie into the shadiness, and that's Echo.
Yeah.
In a very negative tone, he says, "Yeah, just like the old times. Like it's like just like the old times, Echo.
Like looking around, like
we won. Yeah." And he's looking around. He knows, like I'm not fully healed yet.
Yeah.
Or maybe-
Just a little like, yeah, what the fuck's wrong with you? We just saved you.
Maybe,
You know?
maybe
Yeah.
he's like indoctrinated. We don't know. He might be on the droid side now after that many years of having that info
Like
pumped
that's
in your
too
head.
much of a quick fix, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
He's, like-
yeah.
he's out there shooting down droids and shit out of the sky. Like he's way too well, way too quick.
Seeing him run around naked all episode is hysterical.
Yeah.
Yeah, he even knows
Yeah.
it too. Like he knows, yeah, right?
Yeah.
He knows something's wrong. Something's up. So that's the episode. Short episode.
Short episode.
Like just
Not
to
much
recap,
yeah.
they
Just a fight.
save Echo, they run away, they jump on Beast, they get caught, and they team up with the locals, they defeat the droids, and they're moving on.
Yep.
Simple as that. Easter eggs. Wat Tambor, I've decided, looks like two Pixar characters.
Okay.
The way Wat Tambor walks, you don't see his leg, he like slides.
Yeah.
He looks like Roz, the old woman character from Monsters, Inc.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Also looks like Emperor Zurg at times.
Yeah, that's a good one.
A lot
That's
of
a good
Zurg vibes.
call. I loved Zurg as a kid. I thought he was the coolest looking villain. I don't know why.
Zurg based on
I was
Darth
like,
Vader.
I like those
Zurg-
comps.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
The idea of Buzz.
I guess
and
that
all
makes sense.
It's like a hybrid of like Flash Gordon and Star Wars.
Yeah,
he
it
says
makes
the "I'm your
sense.
father" thing. And
Yeah. They do the Empire Strikes
Yeah.
Back scene with Rex.
Yep.
He's playing a video game.
Anakin at one point during the battle uses a classic prequel comm tech.
Oh, nice.
He uses one to talk to someone, and if you bought Star Wars toys when the prequels came out, the Phantom Menace toys
Yeah.
came with
Comm
this
chip.
Classic
this
little comp chip, yeah.
Com chip. Yeah.
And you had to buy the comm. I didn't know anyone with the comm tech.
Me
I
neither.
didn't have the comm
I didn't
tech.
have it.
I've
I had all the
had
chips. I
so
still
many
do.
of those chips.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have
You had
anything
these
to use
little
with
chips,
them.
and you would put
Yeah.
it on a comm tech, and
They'd
it would
have
play
like
a noise.
headshots on them.
Yeah, it would have a headshot of the character.
Everyone has Comtech except the droids. The droids always have to fly all the way back to report whatever had happened.
Yeah.
They always have. They don't have
There
Wi-Fi
it
or
is.
signal or what.
They didn't
but-
think about. They
again-
didn't think things through at all.
Yeah.
Quantity over quality.
Hopefully
Yeah.
AI is like this, where we're just like, yeah, they're smart, but they're not
Yeah,
that smart.
yeah, stay
they don't
dumb
have
a
common
little bit,
sense.
Yep. The clones, they weld the door shut,
Yeah.
which we don't see a ton of welding in Star Wars, except for Empire Strikes Back, where Chewbacca welds the Falcon,
Yeah.
and
Blows
so
up
does
in his
Han
face.
and Leia. Yeah, they all weld. So
Yeah.
it kind of looked like the same shit they were using in Empire Strikes Back.
It's like a big ass needle coming out. Yeah.
Yeah. The distress call from Tech trying to get the beast. You mentioned it.
Yeah.
It is the same noise as the Acklay species, the big giant spider-legged species from the arena in Attack of the Clones. The one that
Remember
Obi-Wan
he's
when I
poking
got
it with the
that.
big ass
Yeah.
spear, and
Yeah.
it's like
Obi-Wan
weird
chops
noise.
his legs off, and it's the same
Yeah,
noise.
I would have never picked that up without.
We'll play
it being
this. Okay,
pointed
this
back to
is
me, yeah.
this is the Clone War
That's
noise
funny.
right now, and this is the one from Attack of the Clones. Same noise, but like
There you
a
go.
different species.
yeah. No, I mean maybe that
They're
creature's
just
from that
reusing
planet.
it. They're like, we have an MP3 of a fucking creature scream. Boom.
Creature.
They're like, nobody will know.
That's half of Lucas' branch. It's just like
Yeah.
big audio files.
Totally.
Another prequel tie. They went when they were escaping. They went up the ventilation shaft,
Yep. Of course.
which is
Up the ventilation shaft.
there you go. A very
Tough
that's
impression.
the not
The
problematic.
non-problematic Nemodian
version
impression.
of the Newt Gunray species, because he says of Obi-Wan and Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, they went up the ventilation shaft in the Trade Federation ship, and they did. They went up a ventilation shaft.
They did it. Die Hard style.
Very small Easter egg.
Yeah.
but a fun one. I mean, that's like scraping the bottom of the barrel Easter eggs.
Scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Which, I mean, when you have welding,
18-minute episode.
when,
Yeah.
you, when you have welding, you got to find the Easter eggs. That's
And
what
the doorway, Empire Strikes Back. Big time
Totally.
vibes, Lando going up the Falcon.
Boom. Expands.
the triangle's
Added
coming
that in
in.
the Blu-ray.
slides open. It looks like if you get caught in that, you get sliced right. in half.
Immediately
Yeah.
dead, like a saw trap.
Which actually,
Which the
that's
Mandalorian
I was saying,
uses.
shit,
Yes.
the Mandalorian
Yeah.
does that.
the
Yeah.
circular one. It's like the first episode.
Dangerous. Millennium Falcon, dangerous.
Very.
Not
Which I
OSHA
guess it
approved.
should be.
Yeah, I mean the chairs that spin around, you can get spun and yeah, you can hurt yourself. This is from the Star Wars Reddit. This is a very cool one. And the comments were saying, they're like, oh, yeah, maybe. No, I believe this. I think you saw it too.
Yeah.
When Wat Tambor and his co-workers,
Yes.
Wat Tambor and
the
his
boys.
The lads.
the lads, yeah. When they're looking through the hole into the room where the Bad Batch and Rex and Anakin and Echo escaped, it looks like that shot from Shawshank Redemption.
Totally. The
We're
shot
looking
where
at the
they're
escape
looking
holes.
where they throw the rock through the poster. It's like dead on. I think
Not
it
something
definitely
I
is.
thought about, but that's very true.
Yeah.
I think they definitely, like,
The way
that's on
they
purpose.
peek in, it's got to be. Even if it's a subtle nod, I
If
think
you're
it's on
animating
purpose.
and you have something that looks like that, you're like, shit, let's just make it look like
Yeah.
one of the greatest movies of all time.
Yeah.
Why not? Animatics, unfinished episodes. There were a bunch online. So if you have watched them, you basically know what happens already. They did cut two things out, though. They cut out in the beginning of the episode. They're both from the beginning of the episode. Anakin has a face-to-face kind of meeting with Wat Tambor over like a video
They
whatever.
Skype call.
Yeah, Skype. Yeah, they're FaceTiming from one room to the other, and they're arguing a little bit. And Anakin is like,
Get it, Skype? Because he's Skywalker? Sorry, I only just put together the pun I did
Sky.
subliminally, yeah. God, I'm so smart.
Wat Tambor says he bought the Techno Union bought Echo from the Separatists.
Yes.
Which is interesting, and that's not canon. That's not in this episode.
No
but
longer applies, but
Yeah.
Still might.
Yeah.
Still might come into play. And he's like, we're neutral. Like, you're messing all our shit up. And Anakin's like, you're not fucking
Not neutral.
yeah.
Hey,
Called
got the
him-
droid. You're the droid builder.
So
It's a
unneutral.
technicality where maybe he gets away with it on the contract. Oh,
Techno
technicality.
Union.
Yeah.
Nice.
real.
Now we're
Oh,
cooking.
wow,
We're on fire.
Yeah. They cut that out, and then after that, Wat Tambor's like, well, I'm not putting up with your shit anymore. Here's my decimator, right? Organic decimator droid. And they take a Poltec, one of the natives, and they just disintegrate him.
Yeah.
Right in front of Anakin. He can see it on the FaceTime thing. So they did cut that out, which is a little twisted.
Yeah,
That's a
interesting.
little
Like,
Jared Leto Joker
why did
twisted
you-
for Disney.
Why did you take it out?
A bad name. A little bit of a misnomer, by the way, because decimator means to remove 1 of 10. Little fact I've been made
Oh.
privy to. So it's a little bit of a bad name.
Remove 1 of 10? That's
Yeah,
what that
that's
means?
what decimate
To
means.
decimate?
Again, Techno Union quantity, not quality.
Yes,
they
no
don't
quality.
Really,
Bunch of idiots.
they build you so many droids.
They're like,
And they all
build them.
suck.
They're not going to be great though. That's just what it
They all
comes
suck
down
except
to.
the commando droids and I guess the D-Wings are the only ones that are worth their
Yeah.
weight.
Audience questions. Not many. Skylar_McKill. I think I said that right. It's correct in the lower third. Don't worry. He's asking if Echo is possibly hiding something. We address as we think
Yeah.
so, but I'm going to piggyback that with this from the Star Wars Reddit. Reddit user Janbeb says, prediction, Echo knows something about Order 66. Kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
He's got all this separatist, Techno Union, Trade Federation shit in his head. He may know, and we also know that Rex eventually does cut that chip out. He takes the Order 66 chip out of his head. Who clues him in? Because he obviously saw Fives get assassinated for trying to reveal information, and he was essentially saying like what he was explaining what's happening and what was
Yeah.
going to go down. So is that enough for Rex, or maybe Echo gives him the push to cut it out?
I think you need to know where in the head to like drill in and figure out where the chip
Yeah,
is. You can't just
probably-
like do that off the top of your head.
Just
Yeah.
blow your head out with a
Yeah.
blaster? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he is hiding something, but not purposely. I don't think Echo the clone is thinking in my mind, like, let me hide something, let me be mysterious from these guys. I think he's just still, they still have some control
Yeah.
over his brain.
Yeah, I think Wat Tambor would have said something different than we're gonna maybe recoup some of our losses from this. He would have said something way more direct, like we have like
Yeah.
a solution. Like, we
He's
have
thinking
this.
money, not like the greater picture of the war. Yeah, okay.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think that he maybe has a tracker in his head, but he's like trying to figure out what's wrong with him. Something is going up with his intuition. I would say Echo, where he's like, I know something's wrong, I just don't know what.
Or he has insurance on it.
Yeah, maybe
And
that.
Dooku owes
True.
the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be that too. It just
It's like fucking bought
that
the
would be-
extra plan.
That'd be very prequel-y.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. Anything else on this? I think. What do you want to see next episode? I want to see a little tease to the Ahsoka storyline.
I just want to see things teased for us to be excited about throughout the rest of the season, whatever it may be.
Which these were the 4
Yeah.
unfinished episodes. So the next one should end the arc of unfinished episodes. And it seems, because they are changing things here and there, it seems we will now move into the next arcs.
Yeah.
The stuff that really comes to a head and should get pretty fucking crazy because we're going to see Order 66.
So are we thinking next arc next week, or one more Bad Batch next week, and then...
I think we're gonna get like a buffer episode more. or
a
less.
tease to the arc?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a
I think
tease
a
to
wrap
the
of
arc.
this arc, you might see some of the Bad Batch die potentially.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Rest in peace.
But I think you'll see a tease to the next stage.
Yeah, I think me personally, I definitely want to see some Ahsoka. I want to see some more Jedi and stuff like that, and maybe just a little more characterization for the clones, and you see some relationship between Echo and Rex, and just like how they're working out coming back from the war, because their humanization is one of the coolest things in Clone Wars.
But overall, short episode. Maybe that's disappointing, but we're still enjoying the hell out of the series. I'll tell you that. If you're on YouTube, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, bell icon. That way you know when we drop these. We'll drop the next episode, episode 5, next Friday, March 13th. And then on March 16th, you're not doing this, don't worry.
Nope.
Westworld. We're going to be recapping every Westworld episode every Monday after.
Put my cowboy hat on.
Every Monday after the episodes drop on HBO or air on HBO on Sunday nights, we'll be dropping Westworld recaps here with some guests. Not Robbie. Again, don't worry.
Me.
Let us know in the comment section below, no matter where you're watching this video. What do you want to see next? Do you want to see Anakin Obi-Wan? Do you want to see Ahsoka Darth Maul? What's your next, what's the next storyline you want to see Clone Wars tackle? That's it. We'll talk to you next week. For Robbie and KenJac, I'm Jeff Lowe. See you soon.